Okay, so right off the bat, before I forget, definitely, I think I'm gonna upload these in by the ones I recorded first. So definitely watch the Harem in Another World first before this, not the other way around, because of my disappointment for that so far. To the point that I'm actually gonna drop it. This is definitely a better one already. Within 2 episodes, I can already tell I really like this show. I don't know if it'll be my favorite or something, but I definitely like this one. Black Summoner is on Crunchyroll. I've seen 2 episodes. I just started the third one now. I don't know how many are out. I just hit the start button. I didn't pay attention to how many episodes have been out or what day they come out. I want to say I think I saw the episodes come on the Wednesdays, but please don't quote me. If Crunchyroll has like a fucking timeline of when they upload shit, I don't know. I usually just kind of check every day and see what's in the recently updated section. And I see a Black Summoner. I already give this one some points because I like isekai fantasy world shit. So that's already a thing for me. I love that. But I think I'm gonna like this one as much as I did Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody, because like it already, like it gives me vibes. Like the first thing, like it opens up to like basically is this guy is kind of teleported to another world, and he is a little bit OP, but there's a reason for it. So I kind of put it in the same line, just from what I've seen so far, as like Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody, or In Another World with My Smartphone, or God damn, I keep wanting to call it Ryomi on the Slimes. Was it Blessing of the Gods or whatever? Which I believe are all on Crunchyroll. Yeah, if I'm right, don't quote me. In that, while they do have like a cliche to them, you can tell they have fun. It's still charming, and at the same time, they have like a little thing that made sense. Like Ryoma wasn't just OP for OP's sake. The reason Ryoma from Blessing of the Gods was teleported to this other world and reincarnated is because he died, and then the world is running out of magic. So when they open a portal from Earth and take a transferee from Earth, which has magic but doesn't use it, and bring it over to their side, like they're getting the magic, and then he's kind of getting like reincarnated. And then with my smartphone, it's God accidentally kills him, which is also the plot here, where a god accidentally does kill him, and he's reincarnated, and they go to this goddess of reincarnation, this other god, and kind of set up as like a meeting or something. Like you don't see it; it's just kind of like a quick text overview type thing. And supposedly, so yeah, he gets reincarnated, and also hear that he has a few extra skills. However, it's not just for the fuck of it. He's reincarnated because of him accidentally dying, and he's getting these extra skills because he decided in his past life that he will trade all his memories of his old world, so he knows nothing, for these extra skill points, which makes sense. So he's kind of starting out, and apparently this goddess chimes in. She kind of reminds me of like Navi from Zelda. So basically, she's kind of like the guide, essentially. And basically, she says that you kind of said you fell in love with me at first sight, and like you kind of decided like a contract for me, and basically he's a summoner, and hence the title. Cinema Sins roll credits. It's been a while since I watched Cinema Sins, but every time something like that happens, I immediately think of the Cinema Sins roll credits thing he does. Anyway, you can tell I watch a lot of YouTube. And but yeah, and she kind of says this, and she kind of like guides him around, and he is able to summon her, but she kind of outright says, "You can summon me, but not right now. You need to level up, essentially." But I'm wondering, like, is she actually telling the truth? Is she just kind of like joking around with him about the whole confessing thing? And I love how she kind of like teases him to the point he like actually starts blushing, getting embarrassed in public. He's like, "Oh God, I don't remember this, but I feel like I don't want anyone else to remember this shit either." And she's like, "Oh yeah, you made this whole huge thing that even without my memories, I'll still fall in love with you." And so I'm wondering if she's just kind of like teasing him, or is she like him and is trying to like use this him not having memories to like get in there. That sounds creepy the way I phrased that, but you know what I mean. So that was very interesting. And he kind of goes to this, was it an Adventurers Guild? I believe it was the Adventurers Guild. And kind of sets up as an adventurer. And the first thing you had to make a contract with something before you could summon it, I guess. It's this live. And he names it Clotho. And it's like Clotho, Clotho. And, yeah. So he fights Clotho, and it's kind of like Pokemon in the sense that you kind of have to knock it out, but you can't kill it in order to capture it. And I guess I think the goddess, what's her name? It's like Melina, Mathilda, something with an M and it ends with an A. I know that. There's an L in there somewhere. But yeah, she kind of chirps in basically as she functions. The reason I said she reminds me of Natty is because she kind of functions as like his guide. Like it's a little menu that pops up and she can like talk to him in his head. And then he gets Clotho, and then there's the goddess Mathilda. I want to say fucking Matilda. God, that was one of my favorite movies as a kid. Matilda, not Mathilda. I'm a fucking idiot. I was like, wait a minute. Did I say that wrong? I totally said that wrong, didn't I? Yeah. But yeah, it's already really charming. I'm really liking the characters. In episode 2, he kind of... Most of one is kind of like him basically kind of just... The start is kind of him briefly explaining about, how a god accidentally killed him and how he's reincarnated and how, starting off in this new world. And she kind of briefly explains that, you did give up your memories consensually, and you did get this in exchange for this. So we gave you extra skill points where you can use, and in exchange you give up your mastery. You give up your memories. And he's kind of joins the guild and does some quests there, levels up. Then he gets another servant in episode 2, who I really like. I already like him. I'm already liking characters. The opening song and ending song are not my favorite, but I actually genuinely liked both, to the point that like they're kind of like songs you kind of like bop around to. Like it's not something you like put in your playlist or anything, I don't think. But they're definitely songs like you would occasionally not skip to just kind of you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm very excited for this. I already have like a little tickle of happiness that like, hey, I might actually like this one. I love that. Little shows. I love watching shows to death. If I like something, I will watch that fucker over and over and over. The amount of times I've watched Overlord and Death After the Parallel World Lapse, and Jesus Christ, the amount of times I watched Another World with a Smartphone. I watched them a lot. So I'm hoping it'll be like those shows, like Death After the Parallel Rhapsody and Wise Man's Grandchild, just ones that I genuinely like and would want to rewatch over and over. So I'm already liking the characters. I like the songs so far. The battle scene does kind of go like 3D partway through in episode 2, which I wasn't expecting. Like, kind of reminds me of... I'm no expert on 3D, but it definitely felt more like, say... I don't think it was quite up to par, just visually. Like, I'm not saying it was worse than or anything like that, but when I thought like a 3D battle animated, I was like, actually, that was kind of cool, was... Someone's Fire So Wet, which it'll transfer from 2D then to 3D quite a bit, and it works really well. And this, it kind of reminded me more of like a 3D cutscene in like a game, like an RPG, a JRPG or something. So I liked it, but then again, my level of 3D is definitely, there's a scale for me, and I'm not an expert, but there's like what I just said, there's like this one, which is a little bit below, for Someone's Fire So Wet for me. And then there's like Overlord, which is just awkward. And then there's the crowning jewel of So Bad It's Hilarious, the shitty CGI from Arifureta and the dragon and the flapping mouth. I can never unsee this. Never. Fucking anytime I think of Arifureta, that's my first thought is that goddamn dragon that I cannot remember her actual name. Just... I know the second season's out. I know I have not started it yet. I'm kind of praying that they do better, but also there's like an evil part of me that's also praying that they'll somehow outdo the shittiness of that CGI I just mentioned, just for shits and giggles. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, check my videos. This is on Crunchyroll. It's currently got 3 episodes I'm currently watching. My Roku just went to sleep. This is a new episode, right? Yes, okay. So there's at least 3. I don't know if there's more. Probably not more than 3 or 4 episodes out right now. I don't know what day they come out, but if you know, post it in the comments. Because I'm too lazy to actually go look for that information. Because, like I said, I just go to, you know, like that fucking character in the game where you just save, go to the next day. Okay, what's my list for today? And then start. You're tired and you don't want to wait to play the next day. You just skip it. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go watch more. Bye.